Nikki Cottam again. I wanted to wrap up the doTERRA series of the top 10 most health impacting products that doTERRA sells. All right, so far we've talked about lemon. We've talked about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, all three of those, and how powerful they are. The last two products are incredible, and it just so happens that they are the two that I was going to talk about, that I was going to wrap up this series with, are two that are actually on sale this month from doTERRA in the month of June. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about two incredible supplements. One is doTERRA's TerraZyme, the food enzymes, and the other is doTERRA's PB Assist, the probiotics. Okay, I will tell you why these are so phenomenal. All right, I'm going to start with the TerraZyme. Okay, what are enzymes? It actually took me a while of researching and discovering and health consulting with people before I actually realized how incredible the benefits of enzymes were. And not only that, but doTERRA always sells very high quality products, and TerraZyme is no exception to that. Let me read you the ingredients of what's in here. All right, so there's protease, there's papain, which, sorry if I am pronouncing these wrong, that's from papaya, amylase, lactase, lipase, alpha galactosidase, cellulase, sucrase, and betaine, HCl, glutamylase, anti-gluten enzyme blend. All right, so there are, what these do is they help the body digest foods that are not easy for the normal human being nowadays with our diets to digest. For example, it helps to digest sugar, which is where the sucrase comes in. It helps to digest gluten. It helps digest dairy, which is where the lactase comes in. Those are enzymes that help digest those things, as well as several other things that the body needs help digesting sometimes. I know for me, when I eat too much dairy, or even just more than a tiny bit of dairy, my body has a hard time digesting that. And same with sugar. Whenever I eat sugar, it's like my body just crashes, okay? Like I lose a bunch of energy when I eat sugar. I lose a bunch of energy when I eat dairy. I lose a bunch of energy when I eat gluten. And so that's how I know that my body can't digest those very well. And let me tell you what happens when the body can't digest a certain food. The body needs enzymes to digest that food, and when enzymes are not available through the natural source of food, the body has to take enzymes from other parts of the bodies, for example, your eyes, which could be why we have more worse eyesight than before. I mean, more and more people have to wear glasses or contacts now than before, and it's not just because our technology is improving and recognizing these things, but I do believe that our eyesight's kind of getting worse. So our eyes, for example, our glands, our hormones aren't as balanced. What our body needs to do to digest those food is to create enzymes, and so the body will take sometimes those enzymes from other parts of the body to digest that food. So imagine with me, you have an apple. Okay, what happens when you let the apple sit out for a while? Okay, an apple left on the ground. It actually starts, the enzymes in it actually start to break it down over time. And before long, it's all broken down. It pretty much just breaks itself down to the ground and turns back into earth. And in that case, the apple contains all the enzymes it needs to break it down. Now if you think about other things that don't break down so easily, often those things are the things we eat the most, right? Or, you know, commonly, unless you're really into a really healthy diet. Things that are straight from the ground, you know, that are good for you, healthy for you, your body knows how to digest those. It has all the enzymes in it that it needs. It needs no extra help. Dairy doesn't come with a lot of its own enzymes. Gluten definitely doesn't. Sugar most definitely doesn't. All those things need a little bit of extra help. So that's where TerraZyme comes in. How you use TerraZyme is, okay, so on the back, each bottle contains 30 servings. A serving size is 3 vegetable capsules. So I think there are about 90 in here. So each day, especially with the meals that you know you're eating something that's not completely, you know, biodegradable in a healthy way, however you say it. Food that doesn't naturally break down by itself. For example, if I ever eat pizza, my digestive system will be wrecked, you know, for a while, for a few days, if I don't use TerraZyme. And for pizza, I will use like 3 capsules of that at least for pizza. Or things like pasta, things like cereal, those things I'll just take, you know, 2 or 3, depending on how I feel, how many other things in the food have enzymes. For example, if you eat like a lot of spinach with your food or a lot of other, you know, things, natural plants and stuff, then your body can more easily break those down. And so, so the less of those that you eat, the less foods that break down naturally, the more enzymes you're going to need, if that makes sense. It's wonderful. And what happens when you take these on so you can take these with meals, but when you take them on an empty stomach, what happens is it actually fortifies it fortifies the lining of your gut. So it actually helps restore the tissue and any tissue damage that's been done to your gut over years and years of not taking care of your digestive system, eating things that aren't good and all that stuff. So even on an empty stomach, I will use this, especially, you know, I've had an ulcer in the past. I know there may have been damage from that, as well as other things going on with my stomach that haven't been great. So it keeps your stomach lining healthy even if you eat it without food. So if you want to repair your stomach, the lining itself, the TerraZyme is incredible for that. In fact, there's been a study done, or several studies done, one particularly that was brought up to me recently, about using enzymes to eliminate cancer in the body, just because it's so good at establishing, you know, that healthy gut lining and all that stuff. And speaking of the gut, probiotics, okay? I hardly go a day without taking probiotics. doTERRA probiotics are amazing. There are 6 billion FCUs of active probiotic cultures and a soluble prebiotic fiber that encourages culture adhesion and growth. This is a time-release probiotic. It's so cool, okay? Let me show you what it looks like. It's a clear capsule with a small green capsule inside it. So kind of cool. And what that does is it releases the first stuff into the stomach, because the stomach acid will kill pretty much everything that goes in there, which is why when you take yogurt and kefir and other things like that, it's good all the way up to your stomach, but then your stomach kills most of the probiotics off. So this actually sheds that first layer in your stomach and then goes deeper into the gut and lays all that good gut bacteria throughout the system. So if you especially could use probiotics if you've just recently had if you've had in the past an antibiotic and never took a probiotic with it, probiotics are wonderful. Also, if you deal with any sort of issue in the digestive system, probiotics will be your best friend. Probiotics clean out the parasites, the junk in there, all sorts of pathogens in the system, and helps restore that gut health. Now, I don't know about you, but my energy is almost completely tied to my gut health. If I eat food that's not good for me, I'm just exhausted. And in fact, I believe that we're supposed to be eating food for energy, but I believe nowadays in our diet we eat food and it drags us down. We're even worse off energetically than we were before we ate. We would crash after lunch or whatever. Those are signs that our gut isn't functioning very properly. Also, I don't know about you, but in high school I would eat terrible lunches and then I would go to my next class and I couldn't think the rest of the day. And it was because of how unhealthy the food I was eating was. So with probiotics, it actually establishes that proper gut health so that when we eat, the food goes right through our system, our body's able to use the nutrients to restore our health. And also one thing I wanted to bring up also is that our gut is referred to as as our second brain. And in cases of mental delay in children, any sort of disorders, it's almost always linked to the gut. And that's why the gut is referred to as our second brain. It's what gives us the energy to have proper brain health and brain function. So food is extremely important, and these probiotics are incredible at getting that going. I take probiotics when I'm pregnant. I take probiotics when I'm nursing to give my babies the absolute best immune system possible. And the first line of defense for our immune system is our gut. Some people think it's the skin. It's not. It's actually our gut. In fact, I just had a virus pass through my body, and for once my gut is actually to the point it's actually pretty healthy. And so what happened to this virus? I actually felt it going through my system and clearing out before it got too bad. It was like my gut recognized it, kicked it out before it could enter into my bloodstream at all, or get throughout my body. I completely, avoided that virus. It went through my system and out. And so that's why I'm just such an advocate for gut health. And so the TerraZyme and the probiotics are incredible. I do the probiotics, once or twice a day. If I eat really unhealthy or go out to eat or kind of destroy my, regularity, I'll take maybe 3 a day for a while. At the beginning of the month, I usually will take more, and then get down to like 1. Sometimes I don't take any the last week and then go back up. Just kind of keeping that good bacteria going. Good bacteria like probiotics kill yeast, fungus, mold that could be growing in our bodies, in our digestive tract. So you want those live cultures throughout your system, especially time release like doTERRA has. It's made a huge difference for my immune system. And doTERRA actually has PB Assist Junior, which is like a pixie stick full of probiotics for kids that are also time release. So it's pretty incredible what technology's out there and how important it is to doTERRA that we keep a healthy lifestyle. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful to you. We have talked about doTERRA's TerraZyme and probiotics. So they are actually 10% off in the month of June. I don't know. I don't think it's a coincidence. Try them out. See what you think. I love, love, love these. Take them for a while. Really give them a chance to work in your system. Some things we notice right away. Other times it will take a month. But use the whole thing. And then, see what it does to you. If you need other suggestions on how to use the probiotic or a specific regimen, let me know what your health goals are and I'll tell you how to use them. That's what I do for a living. So I'd be happy to give you some free tips if you're concerned as well. Also, comment below if you've had experiences where you've used TerraZyme or PB Assist and have had great results. Thank you so much.